Just a moment. Preparing.
Okay, now I see it.
Oh, do you see it? Are we on?
Yep.
Oh, fantastic, because I can't see it. Oh, there we are. Great, great, great. Well, you know, a lot of times, even though we start right on time, sometimes, you know, it takes a little bit for people to pop right in. And so we can wait just a minute or two for that. In the meantime, it's such a beautiful day here in Northern Virginia, isn't it?
It's awesome. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I know. I love this time of year. And and it's exciting to have this time here to be visiting with you, Stacey, and I appreciate you joining me today on my From the Heart of the Home Facebook Live series.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm serious. I love it. I appreciate it very much. Yeah.
Well, of course, and you are so good on video, and I know, you know, you're good with people, so this just really comes naturally to you. And so I'm glad that you're here. I'm just looking over at my phone to see if I can get it live. And you can see it on your phone, right, Stacey?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, good. Because if you happen to see anyone pop in and I can't see it for some reason on my other device. So, oh, there we go. But anyways, I am super, super, super excited to be talking with you today, Stacey. Stacey Renee Tilford. But I just know her. I mean, whenever I think of Stacey, I think of Stacey Renee Fit. That's what comes to my mind, right? And Stacey, you and I met probably 5 to 7 years ago, I think, in our BNI network. And for those of you that don't know what BNI is, it's Business National Institute. It's a networking event for business professionals to support each other's businesses. And we met through there. And but the really cool thing is something that I discovered today, that you started you've been doing this almost as long as I've been selling real estate. And but you've been doing this for 29 years. And you started at the Sterling Gym off of Sterling Boulevard. And you know, when I met my husband, he was going there. And I am sure, did you teach step classes at all?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that I took a step class from you 29 years ago, because we were for many, many years. So
that is a
small world.
Yes, very. Oh my gosh.
I never even knew. I just found that out when we talked before we met today, getting prepared. So that is really cool. So 3 things are going to kind of happen here today. Stacey's going to share a little bit of her story about how she got into the world of fitness, and it's an important story, and I think that you guys will are going to be very interested in hearing that. And then I shared with some of my family and friends today that, you know, I have had a hard time getting back on track after breaking my ribs this year. And so you're going to share 3 simple tips for those of us who need to get back on track, which is fantastic. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is this. Even though you've been doing this for 29 years, Stacey, you last year in the beginning of 2019, you decided to start an online membership. And I am so excited for you to be able to share that with everyone online today. So, so those are the 3 things we're going to be talking about. And at the end, we're going to be able to share a little bit of an offering that we're going to be offering people for anyone that, you know, sees us and wants to join in on this special offering. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So without that, go ahead, Stacey, tell us a little bit about yourself and your story.
Okay, well, yes, Stacey Renee Tilford is my name. However, my maiden name is Weller. So with that said, a lot of the locals here know Weller. So I've been here, born and raised. A lot of folks can't really say that around here. I know they've been here a really long time, but yes, definitely born and raised, went to school here, went to high school here and college. So, you know, growing up and in high school, I mean, I was active, but wasn't too active. Once I, you know, out of high school, I was struggling a little bit. I, was working all the time and going to school. And unfortunately, I just couldn't get myself, into a routine of working out. And unfortunately, I suffered about 5 years with an eating disorder.
Mm.
So that was very rough for me. I don't really want to get too much into it, only because it makes me pretty emotional. So anyone that has or is suffering with that, I feel for you. But you know what? That's okay. You can overcome it exactly the way that I did. So, but yeah, so I threw myself into fitness. I really did. I got certified in pretty much everything under the sun, and I've never looked back. So I've been teaching classes since 91, and I have never not taught class. Other than going on vacations and things like that, I have always taught class. So as you can imagine, since 91, I have seen so many changes, and I have taught so many different classes. And of course, I could make everyone laugh by bringing up a few of them that you might remember, but the slide, do you remember the slide?
Oh
You
my
put
God.
you put your little booties on and you
Oh, that's
slide back and forth.
right.
Oh yeah. So many different things I taught, but like you had touched on, yes, Sterling Gym and Fitness was the first place that I was at. And I fell in love with this lady that I met and who encouraged me to kind of get out of my own way and kind of throw myself into fitness. And I'm so glad that I did, but it really helped me turn myself around. Going back, I had spent a little bit more time with my parents before I went back on my own. And, my dad realized that I had something going on that, I needed to get a handle on. And he was right. I didn't want to admit that I had an eating disorder, but, it all came full circle. And I'm really glad that I was able to, make it happen myself. So, yeah.
Well, it's interesting because one of the reasons why I like doing From the Heart of the Home, which normally we would be in my kitchen, and is that it's to get nudged by a family member. I mean, I like talking about things that just aren't so surface all the time. So to be
Yeah.
nudged by a family member was a great gift, really, in your life. And
Yeah.
because of that, you've been able to really make an impact on so many people, because 29 years and the amount of classes and the community and the connection that you've been able to build as a result of being a personal trainer. And you talked about you've done so many different things, right? And one of the things that I really love about you, Stacey, and that I admire is your commitment. You have such a commitment to your industry, to your profession, to the people that sign up and get to be trained by you. Your commitment to them is at such a high level, such a high level. And I love the amount of inspiration and motivation that you provide, and education and information too. You're really good at providing education and information. And so with that, thank you for sharing your story. I know there's a lot of other nuggets, I'm sure. I did want to touch on maybe those three simple things that if someone is off track, that, what would you recommend on how to get back on track?
Okay, so COVID or not, all
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. I mean, anything could happen. It really could. And when you're trying to either start a program or start over, the three things that I would say you could really, really just, the simple steps are: first, find something that you love. Find something that you really enjoy doing. Don't get somebody else to talk you into doing something you think you might like. Just really, really think about what you personally enjoy doing. Okay.
Okay. So
And
even if it's walking.
exactly, walking is a perfect thing. It's a perfect, again, finding something you like, if walking is it, and then setting an attainable goal, right? So if you enjoy walking, and now a lot of us are home, so we have a little more, opportunity to do that, but, set goals for yourself. Say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get up in the morning at, before work, and I'm going to, walk 3 days a week. Just make it an attainable goal. Yes, for sure.
Oh, so you don't have to go out there and say, I'm going to walk every single day for an hour.
I mean, don't set yourself up for that. Yeah. I mean, if you know, walking is, your jam and that's what you want to do, definitely, set a schedule and do that for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Second of all, a partner. Okay. If you can grab a partner or somebody who wants to do it with you, I am sure, because we all have them, whether it's your actual partner or, a close friend, family member, you can always usually talk somebody into doing something with you, especially walking. I mean, you can walk and talk, but in a group too, get yourself into, a group setting. And you know what, this is good. I mean, you want people to make you accountable. You definitely do. When you say you're going to do something, oh, that sounds great. But, until someone really holds you to the fire and says, well, what about that walking you said you're going to do? Or, so grab a partner, have them encourage you to do it. They're going to, show up the same. And again, that's the third thing, show up. If you say you're going to do it, definitely show up. And now it's, walking, you can go outside and walk, but there are a lot of other programs. So whether you're online or, in studio or you're outside, it's just like everything else. You really need to schedule that workout, just like you would a meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And
if you've got it on your calendar, you can't really say no, you can't really just brush it off.
Exactly. And it's actually more fun.
Yeah.
When you get to do it with somebody, right?
Absolutely.
And I love that accountability piece. And so I think that's great. I'm personally really excited because to get back my body in motion, it's so important. And I've always tried to eat healthy, but you know what? I really need to kick that back up. So I know for myself, starting October 1st, I'm starting out in the month of October with your online membership. And I'm so excited.
So awesome.
Yes.
I'm excited. I am excited.
Yeah, I am too. And I want you to be able to share with us what that online membership includes. I mean, it's so much, but go ahead and let everyone know.
Okay, absolutely. So first of all, with the online membership, when you sign up, the first thing they receive from me is a welcome email. Okay, the welcome email goes through everything about the program and how the program works and how to follow it verbatim so that you're going to get the results that you're looking for. Okay. And once you get the welcome email, you instantly get an invitation into my private Facebook community. Okay.
Oh,
that is a really and truly where the magic happens, right?
Right.
Because, you're signing up. It's just not, it's not like anything else. You definitely want the accountability. And in the group, everyone is so welcoming. It's a group of like-minded individuals. They're all going after the same thing you are. Their goals might be a little bit different, but we're sharing information. We're sharing our challenges. We're sharing our successes, our stories. That is ongoing information. Okay. Right. So you definitely have access into that. I already have an existing library of workouts that when you sign up, you get you get your username and password. You can log in anytime. It's got a huge variety, anything from stretching, Pilates, cardio, my TBIT 15 workout, which you can touch on, all kinds of different workouts that you can do. In addition to that, we do
every month included. Everything at your fingertips, everything. We also, in our monthly newsletter, we highlight a new member because we love people sharing their stories with us. Right.
I mean, everyone can relate to something, and it's good that you put yourself out there and you can share your story. It really helps everyone to, learn a little bit about you. And again, if you ever need help, all you have to do is just reach out. So there's that. In addition to that, every month we put out a fit challenge, a clean eating challenge, and of course, yes. And then we also have 2 live workouts a month or 2 live workouts a week that you have access to, and they are pre-recorded. Wow. So if for some reason, you're not available at 8:30 a.m. on Fridays and on Saturday mornings, they are recorded. So you can actually go back into the members page and do the workout. Oh, so all of that So all of that, in addition, you have access to your coach, which is me. Yes.
That is really great. I like that. And I know I think you told me it's about $39.99 or something like that, right?
$39.99 a month and no contract whatsoever.
Right. You
So
don't commit for a year or anything like that.
no. So you go ahead, sign yourself up. If you decide, week 2, week 3, or, at the end of the month, you know what, this is not working out for me. That's why it's a membership site. You log back in, cancel it, and you're done. Yeah.
That is so great. Well, and to say for the people, and it's not just local here in Loudoun, right? And the people in Loudoun know you, and you have one of the best reputations out there. But you serve people all over the country, so you can do this membership from anywhere. My family is in Minnesota. I've got friends in Florida. I've got family in California. So anyone is welcome to check it out. And that's one of the things I wanted to tell you is for you guys, if you're interested, Stacey is offering you a 14-day free trial. Deborah's going to put it up on the site. And so that's for you, 14-day free trial, which thank you so much, Stacey. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's exciting. And then next week, after my Facebook Live, next week at 5 o'clock, for those of you who are interested in checking out Stacey's style and what she offers this TBIT 15, which is total body interval training in 15 minutes, right?
Yep.
So we're going to do that on a Zoom call, private Zoom call. Anyone that's interested in doing it, yay! I'm excited because that's going to be like my kickoff for October. So I appreciate you doing that. It'll probably be like a 30-minute session because we'll have a little conversation in advance and then we'll get at it. And so that'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yes. We definitely want to have a little bit of room to talk about the fact that all of these workouts really really can be modified for you. So if you're a beginner, they absolutely all levels. Yeah.
That is so good. Well, I am so thrilled that I could introduce you to my Facebook family and my Love to List family. And, real estate is about selling houses and helping people buy and sell. However, one of the things that I am most passionate about is helping and supporting our local businesses. So I really appreciate you coming on. And I hope people take advantage of our offering that you have so kindly offered. And I will always do a wrap-up email. So I'll put this in a wrap-up Facebook afterwards.
Yeah.
So, and again, Stacey, thank you so much. Before we sign off, I want to remind people next week, September 29th at 4 o'clock, I will be coming back with you and I have a little surprise. So I'm not going to tell you yet what it is, but we have a surprise guest. I'm going to let you guys know midweek. And in the meantime, as you know, I always say thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. So, Stacey, thank you so much. And
thank you, Nancy.
We'll see you next week for our private Zoom TBIT 15.
Yeah, TBIT 15, baby. TBIT 15.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks so much.
All right.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye. Thanks. Yeah.